Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is KairoS and welcome back once again to Let's Play Silent Hunter 3. I'm going to get out of this grid here, I think, because we've got 4 ships sunk in this one grid. So as soon as this storm lifts, which is still buffeting our submarine outside, we are going to get absolutely swamped by aircraft, I'm sure. They know exactly where we are. They know there's a submarine in the area. So I'm thinking getting away from Gibraltar at this point might be a good idea. So we're going to make our way west, following this general line. You can see there's just been this line of ships in that kind of general direction. So if we stay along that line, we might end up catching more ships as we make our way west. But for now, I'm just managing the crew. We've got 3 torpedoes left and 3 only. So I'm letting the crew have a rest. We have our torpedoes ready to go, and this is probably just enough torpedoes to warrant a attack on a convoy if we find one. Otherwise, we'll use these on single targets if we can catch them. So we'll see how we go. I'm just going to keep searching. We'll go to periscope depth periodically just to listen on the hydrophones, and yeah, we'll just keep heading west and see what we can find. Okay, well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is now July 24th, 1941, and I'm getting a little bit sick of being buffeted around by these waves, and of course, it stopped raining, so the visibility has improved somewhat. Actually, let's find out if we can get... Where is the weather report? I can't remember. Here we go, weather report. Weather. Let's find out. Still got poor visibility. Okay, well, I think what that means is we are going to go to periscope depth for the day, because I'm getting sick of being buffeted around by the waves, and I've plotted a course here. Bit of an unusual course, but that's okay. And so let's go to periscope depth. And I think I'll stay down there, as I say, for the rest of the day, most of the rest of the day, come up for air perhaps around lunchtime, and we'll just listen. I might even go down lower than periscope depth, might bring her down to, say, 25 meters, and just stay there, listening, and hopefully we'll catch something that way, because I've gone all the way through this grid here, I zipped across here, made a beeline for this grid CG 85, because I do feel safer here. And so yeah, I think we'll patrol around here for a day or two, and have a good old listen with the hydrophone, see if we can find anything. Okay, well, we've been chugging along at 3 knots for the last, well, 12 hours, really. So it's dusk now. The weather is clearing up considerably. We've got proper visibility now, so I think now that it's getting dark, we can surface the boat and think about using our eyes again. Which would be ideal, of course, because we haven't heard anything down here. We've been down here for hours and we haven't heard a single thing. It's a little bit perplexing to me, actually. I would have expected to have heard something by now. We should be breaching. Yep, there we go. Alright, so as you can see, lovely clear skies now. Of course, this is a problem for aircraft, so we've got to be extra vigilant tonight, because, yeah, knowing our luck, they will be looking for us, the RAF. Okay, well, it's the morning of the 25th of July, and as you can see, the sun is coming up, and I've decided to stay up here now. I feel like we're far away enough from Gibraltar that we might be fairly safe from aircraft. Nonetheless, I'd like the men to keep their eyes peeled, and hopefully they will do just that. We're going to be ready to crash dive if we see anything airborne, but visibility isn't too bad, so I think we might keep looking. We saw or heard nothing last night. It's been empty seas, so I guess we're looking in the wrong place, but I will stay here for a while longer. Hopefully we'll come across something eventually. I'm hoping that if we stay out here long enough, we'll find a big old convoy to use our last torpedoes on. So we'll keep looking for a day or two, and I'll let you know if we have any problems or any action. Okay, well, it's still July 25th, and we have a report up there of what looks like a single ship heading southeast, but that's quite a long way away. So what I think I might do, I've just drawn a line of her approximate course there. I'm assuming she will actually change course at some point. That's 150 kilometers, so I doubt very much if she'll just go in a straight line that whole time. But on the off chance that we do catch her, I'm actually going to plot an intercept course here. We'll go up to a head standard. Not optimistic that we'll catch this one in particular, but at least we know there are ships in that area. So what I might do is I might move to CG 84, hang around there for a little while, see if I can intercept this, and if I feel like it, I'll go up to CG 81 as well, because it looks like there are ships in this grid here. So yeah, we'll keep going, and if we're very, very lucky, we will catch this one. Well, miraculously enough, it looks like we actually spotted her. South-southeast and heading slow. That's, I think, the same ship. So if we just leave that mark there and draw a line here, we get an idea of her course. Actually, you know what? Let's just use this line, seeing as it's not letting me make a new one. Ah, come here. Bloody mouse. Okay, that'll do. We've got an approximate idea of her course there. It has got a lot calmer out here, so we may actually be able to do a deck gun attack this time, possibly. Although I'm not particularly fond of deck gun attacks. Let's go back to a head standard for now, until we gauge the situation. Where is she? What's her bearing? We need nearest visual contact, please. Nearest visual contact is currently 17, so she's right at our nose. She should be about here. We are turning quite rapidly though, so I might not be able to see it. Ah, there you are. That's a fairly large-ish... Oh no, maybe not. I can't tell yet. I don't know. But we will approach. I'm sure you can see that. It's a nice dark night, so let's go ahead, flank now. And I might actually try and get ahead of her. I mean, we could use the deck gun. You know, it's a bit... It's a bit, moon night has a moon here. Deck gun attacks would not be typical at this time of the war, probably. I think I will try and get into position in case I need to torpedo her. And, if, she's only... Oh no, she's quite large. Okay, I think we'll be using a torpedo. Whatever she is, she's a fairly sizable ship. So I'll try and get her speed. And this time, hopefully, I'll use the damn wheel properly, the ranged angle on bow finder, because I was making a mess of that last couple of episodes. Very embarrassing indeed. But anyway, I'll get ahead of her. We know which direction she's going, more or less, and this shouldn't be too difficult. We should be able to intercept her quite easily. We're in a good position already. We just got to try and not get spotted. There is a moon out there, so I'm going to play it safe and get nice and ahead of her, so we know we aren't going to get spotted. But excellent. That was a pretty damn good intercept, if I may say so myself. Okay, well, I'm in position, and I'm just 315ing her, because that's my preferred method of getting speed. And click. So that's a fair approximation. We're getting a little bit of difficulty picking her up in these waves, but although the waves have very, very much calmed down. Yeah, 7 knots. That's what I got before. So we know she's going 7 knots. Now I'm thinking of trying something a little bit novel here, because I was considering a deck gun attack. The game thinks I can use the deck gun, I think. So what I think I might try and do here is actually a night surface attack, which is the first one I've tried to do on this series. I'm not sure if this is a wise idea, because there is a moon out, quite a large moon, unfortunately. So it might not be the best night to attack on the surface, but if we stay at around 2 to 3 kilometers away, we might not get spotted. And if we do get spotted, well, we can just hiss out our displeasure by putting a few shells in her to slow her down and then finish her off with a torpedo later. That will be my plan. So we'll definitely be getting ready for both a surface attack with a torpedo and also possibly with a deck gun here. But she's a long way off, so I'm actually going to stop engines soon and just bob and wait for her to come to us and see what she does. I'm quite happy to try shooting a long shot, which we'd have to do on a night like this. But where is she? So let's find out nearest visual. Actually, let's find out what the so it's still quite windy out here and moderate visibility. That's actually going to help us a little bit because we might not be spotted as easily. Nearest visual contact, please. Bearing 300. So right out there. There she is. Not entirely sure what she is quite yet, although looks like a fairly sizable ship. We'll soon know. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll have it's not a small merchant because the silhouette on this map here looks too big to be a small merchant, I'm sure. But then again, I've been wrong before. So we'll just stop engines soon. How far out are we? 3.4. Once we get to about 3 kilometers, I'll probably just stop engines and then drift slowly towards her. Maybe 2.5, I think is a good number. And then we can try and get a solution on her. I'll get back to you once she eventually gets around to crawling up our way. And we'll try and get her with the 1 torpedo, maybe 2, I don't know, maybe the 1. I think we might use 1 and then finish her off with a deck gun if we do manage to get an attack. Started before she spots us. So that's enough babbling from me for now. Let's just concentrate on not getting spotted. We'll stay quiet and just wait for her to come to us. I'm just going to get set up here, ready for deck gun attack. I'm going to put Mr. what's your name, Kohler up here because he has a gun qualification in preparation for using the deck gun. And we might as well. He's a bit tired, but we'll leave him up there because he also has a deck gun. Actually, no, let's put you in here and let you have a rest for a while. And yeah, I'm just going to make sure we got men who aren't tired on duty here. We won't mount the deck gun quite yet, but I want to be prepared just in case we have to. So, and we'll also get... you can be in charge now. And you can be watch officer, and you can be in the torpedoes. We'll have some men in the forward torpedoes here. I'll fix this later. I'm going to try and make sure that I'm not putting tired men in battle stations. Just that'll do for now. That should be fine. We're rigged for battle stations, ready to go. That ship is still... Now, you might notice it's dead quiet because we have stopped engines, so we're just bobbing here. And let's have a look in this thing. Oh, that's still on. Shut up. Thank you. Am I going to have to ask? Yes, I think I might. Where is the nearest visual contact? Please. Bearing 301. So still quite a way out yet. There we go. Now, what is that? What is that? It looks to me like a tramp steamer. It's 4 masts. That's a telltale. So we might be using the deck gun after all, rather than a torpedo. We want the recognition manual. We might as well try and identify it while we're here. Ah, no. What am I doing? There we go. Let's just quickly go through this together, shall we? We might as well share the pain of flicking through the recognition manual. 4 masts. 4 masts. I'm sure most of you know exactly what it is, but I'm a bit of an ignoramus when it comes to identifying ships. So I think it might actually be something fairly small. Tramp steamer? Are you serious? A tramp steamer? It is a tramp steamer, isn't it? Well, we might be doing a deck gun attack here. I will see if I feel in the mood to use one of my torpedoes on it. It is... it's a decent size, 19,000 tons. I mean, we don't even know if it's British yet, to be honest. Then again, it's running without lights, so I don't think it's neutral. we're going to assume that it is. Going to assume that it's an enemy for now. Anyway, so we'll enter that, and then we'll just stay here very patiently, waiting for her to come to us. I won't man the guns quite yet, but very soon I probably will. I'm just procrastinating because I don't want the men to get tired, basically. They're all quite exhausted after a long patrol, and I want to let them have as much of a rest as I can. So let's just sit here for a while and wait for her to come to us. Okay, she's getting very close, and she still hasn't spotted us. We are set up for an attack. I had plenty of time to do that, but I think just to be safe, now is a good time to set up. Let's just make sure that we're set for hold fire first. Where is it? Hold fire. Hold fire. Okay, let's set up with the guns just to be safe. Where are they? Ah, yes, back here. That's right. All right, let's set men on deck and flak guns, please.
Alle Mann auf Gefechtsstation. Geschütz besetzt.
Okay, fantastic. Meanwhile, let's check.
Los, schnell, schnell, schnell!
Los, los, los!
Ich lade nach!
I need an angle on bow. Still haven't got that. We've got everything else set, pretty much. And we've got men on the guns. Thank you. Gentlemen, well done. Okay, we've got men on the gun as well. That should be set to lock. I'm just going to check this quickly. Yeah, I've set the depth on the torpedoes. Let's make sure they're set for magnetic. Yes, and let's set... We'll leave it on slow, I think. Oh, we can't set it any faster anyway because of that. So it's all set up. We just need to double check the range. Should be... Yeah, the range is fine. We might just lower it a little bit. To, let's say, 2,000, just over 2,000. Speed is good, 7 knots. We're coming up to a good angle now. Let's double check that. Let's double check this. It's now 75. Yep, 75. Angle on bow 75. Thank you. Get me in here. 75 to starboard. I was setting that up for port earlier, which was a bit silly, but 75, that's... I'm having trouble reading these numbers. I need a bigger computer screen, really. That should be about back on there. Let's just put it like that. That should be fine. Alright, we have men. Let's check quickly. Everyone is in their appropriate... Yes, good. We're all set up for battle stations. We're ready to go. I think we can... fire very, very soon. We just got to wait for a better gyro angle. We'll fire tube 3, I think. So I've got tubes 1 and 2 still ready to go. Let's check this quickly. It's now 80. It's a nice even number. I might actually set that manually. 80. There you go. That should be fine. I think we are ready to go. Let's open tube 3. Still haven't been spotted, and I think now is a good time to fire before we are spotted. Check this one more time. That is about as good as it's going to get. That's a pretty good gyro angle. Gentlemen, this is our first surface attack. Tube 3, los.
Rohr 3, los! Torpedos abgefeuert!
Whoops, stuck there. Let's go back on deck. We should see a... Oh no, we won't see a torpedo going along, unfortunately, because we're using a Type 2, of course. So now we just got to wait here with our gun ready and hope that... I mean, this is good because we've got a very... We're quite close to her, but we've got a very good profile here. So if they do start firing at us, you know, obviously we're a very small target like this, so we're not likely to get hit. I'm not going to do any time compression here because this is suspenseful and interesting. Let's have a look at this ship, seeing as we've fired at it. It's close enough now that we know more or less what we're dealing with. That's us, just sitting there, utterly stationary. We've stopped engines, of course. Oh no, we had a premature detonation. Are you kidding me?
Torpedo hat Ziel verfehlt, Herr Kaloin.
Are you kidding me? Well, we can try another one. I think we might. Alright, open tube 2. Fire. Los.
Rohr 2,
Oh, I didn't set. Damn it! I didn't set the depth. Oh, that was foolish. That's what happens when you panic. Well, we might be using the deck gun after all. I don't know if that's likely to go off. It would have been set for magnetic. I will let it go, just on the off chance that it does. But if it does blow up, because I didn't set the depth, it would have been set to magnetic, and it will just go off along the side of the ship, so it'll do minimum damage. That is so annoying. I had that perfect. That was all perfect. And it had to go and do that. Oh, God. And I could have... possibly could have saved the situation even with that gyro angle if I just set it properly. Now we will do some time compression. And we'll see what this torpedo does. It'll probably just go clunk on the side of the boat, or it might explode a little bit prematurely. We will see. I mean, it might go off anyway and do some damage, which would be fine. See, it's a little bit ahead, so we may have missed it anyway. Let's see what happens. Oh, it went off. It went off on the bow. There you go. Okay, so she's looking for us, and I think she's firing, so let's get a little bit of speed. Uh-oh. Gentlemen, you may fire at will. Where's the... Yep, fire. News ship. Now I've got lost. There we go. Fire at will.
Feuer frei.
Wir eröffnen das Feuer.
Los geht's, Männer!
Let's get a... Bloody hell, they're close. Let's get a few rounds into them, please. Let's get some speed up.
Ein Drittel Fahrt voraus.
I think that was a hit. Fantastic. Look at that. Ooh, I think we got the gun. Haha, nice shooting, fellas. Nice shooting. Okay, we're being lit up by what I think is a star shell. But that turned out to be a little bit less disastrous than I feared it would. Given the fact that I did not set that second torpedo up. Again, it's a bit annoying that we used 2 torpedoes on a mere tramp steamer, but hey, it was an exciting attack, so I'm quite happy with it. Let's go and have a look at what's going on here. Boom. Fantastic. Looks like that gun is still shooting, actually. Wow. I don't think we're getting... They know where we are. Wow. Our gunnery is really quite accurate at this point. She is utterly aflame. Wow. Just explosion after explosion. Wow. I'm really quite impressed with the crew. They're normally not this good shots, but... Alright. I heard a shell fly over there. Let's have a look. Keep firing, please. I think we might... I don't like the way that shell's flying. That went straight over our heads. Wow. Keep firing. Let's go 20 degrees to starboard. Let's get some more speed up. We're going to crash dive soon. Keep firing.
Große Fahrt voraus. Große Fahrt voraus.
I can't believe this ship is still afloat. I thought we'd taken the gun off, but apparently not. Uh-oh. Whoa, you see that going over our heads? Crazy. Okay, rudder midships, please.
Ruder 0, Grad Backbord.
I think a couple more rounds and we'll... Yeah, that's getting too close for comfort. Alright. One more hit and then we're going to periscope depth. Okay, good. That's under the waterline. Crash dive, please. And there we go. Successful attack, although, yeah, I made a couple of mistakes there. I wonder why we got that premature detonation. That really threw me off. I think in future I'll remember to set up 2 torpedoes instead of 1. Yep, we got her. She's going down. Okay, let's ease off the rudder. Let's have a look at this. This might explode.
Vorne unten 15, hinten oben 10.
Fantastic. That's not going to last too long at all. Ooh, hello. That's a lot of fire.
Derzeitige Tiefe 3-0.
That is a lot of fire. So we got it. I'm pretty sure we got it. Let's have a look here. Yes, we got the kill confirmation, and it was indeed a tramp steamer. Well, there you go. 2 torpedoes for 1 tramp steamer. We have 1 torpedo left. And we didn't even do that much damage with the torpedo. It just clipped the nose. I think the magnetic pistol went off as it passed the bow. So it would have done some damage. It certainly woke her up, but it probably wouldn't have sent it at the bottom. But all in all, that could have been a lot more disastrous than it actually was. We didn't get damaged or hit in any way, so I'm pretty happy with that. Fantastic. That was very exciting, a good way to end a patrol. We will probably go home after this. We've only got 1 torpedo left after all. These guys must be freaking out because we quite literally surfaced right on top of their boat. And they're just asking for help. We're going to just wave and say sorry about all that. But you put up a good fight, so respect. So they're just here and we're here, quite literally. They would be absolutely shitting themselves right now. I'm going to imagine that I'm that submarine commander who throws them some food and medical medicine, you know. So we just throw a package right now. We just throw a package of medical supplies and maybe a little bit of food and shout at them and say, head that way. You know, there's a compass in this box and some food. Get yourselves to safety. But how about that, huh? Yeah, we quite literally almost surfaced on top of them. But the boat, the ship, I should say, is long gone. Just the last of the wreckage is bobbing right here. So, yeah, we will be making our way up north now, I think, because there's no reason to hang around here with just 1 torpedo left. We'll keep that for emergencies if we need it. And we'll just follow this kind of... Let's scrap all of this out. We'll follow this kind of course. Let's set a new course up here. And go ahead. Head 1/3, and then think about where we want to go. We'll just head due north, essentially, and hope that we catch something else as we go along here. I don't think we will. We will actually quickly radio in. Where is the radio man? Oh, what am I doing? I'm looking in the wrong area. Let's go here. We'll just send a status report just to let them know we're on our way home and that there are men in the water here, just in case High Command is in a generous mood and decides to let the British know that there are merchant sailors in the water. You never know. I mean, it's still fairly early in the war, so occasionally they did nice things like that. The German Navy, they would say, oh yeah, we sunk your merchant ship, go and get the survivors. But anyway, enough babbling from me. Let's just concentrate on getting home now in one piece. I'm pretty happy with that attack, really. That was a good way to use up the last of our torpedoes. So I will let you know if we have any more action along the way. Otherwise, I will see you back in port, or at the very least in the Bay of Biscay. I'll give you an update once we get to the Bay of Biscay. Okay, well, we've made our way pretty much to the top of Portugal here, all the way up here. And this is actually quite close to where we sank that first large merchant that we managed to get early on in this patrol. But we have some good news. We have a report not far away of a ship heading north-northwest, as you can see, which is that. I've drawn that on the chart there. She's going slow, so under 10 knots, which means that there's a chance that if we go ahead flank right now, we've got the fuel still, so we might as well try and intercept her. The weather, it was really calm earlier, but it has taken a turn for the choppy again. Although we still have pretty good visibility. Actually, you know, you guys might want to put on your jackets pretty soon. We probably should get to that. But anyway, it's getting choppy. It's just started to storm up again. And I think we're going to try for this. We're going to see if we can intercept this. No promises, but it's worth a try. We got inundated with messages as well in the couple of days that we've been sailing up the coast here. Mostly reports of submarines outbound from various ports along here, and lots of attacks on convoys. We're still getting plenty of kills. So, yeah, we're still in the game as far as Germany is concerned. They're still sinking ships, and they're sinking them at a pretty scary rate, to be honest. But anyway, let's try and intercept this. Well, it's quite a long way out, 152. Let's go ahead full, because I don't want to use up too much fuel. But I'll do a few calculations and try and see if we can intercept this. I mean, at that distance, it's not incredibly likely that we'll catch her, but it's worth a try, so we'll see what we can do. Aha, we have her. She's a little bit further to the east than I was expecting, but that's okay. It's definitely the ship we're looking for. There she goes. So now we can move fairly easily to intercept. Fantastic. Let's surface the boat, shall we? We'll get time compression down first. Yeah, we'll surface the boat and change course. And get some speed up. Thank you. It's pretty choppy out there, and this is not far away at all. How far away are we talking? Yeah, we can intercept fairly easily. But this is fantastic because we'll get a chance to shoot our last torpedo off at whatever this is. Whether or not we'll sink her is another question, but hey, it's worth a shot, right? Let's see what we're dealing with. Okay, I'm just 3:15ing her now. That's 1 minute coming up right now. And I think this is what we're dealing with, passenger cargo. Pretty evident. It is armed, and that does look a lot like a British flag, so I think we are within our rights to shoot at this. Let's drop the scope for a little while, just until this comes up. This is coming up to 2 minutes now. Let's do a bit of time compression. 2 minutes. And we'll come up to 3 minutes in a moment. Let's raise the scope again. Just about to come up to 3 minutes now. Okay. Lock. So let's go look at the map. Got a pretty good idea what a course is. Come here. Thank you. So that's where I marked it there. Doesn't seem like long ago. I mean, it doesn't seem to have covered a lot of distance, is what I mean. Click. And we'll stop this clock. I think I might start changing course a little bit now, so we can cover this distance. Let's go in. We're still a little bit out. Let's get some speed up, please. I think she might be going 6 knots would be my guess. 5 knots? You serious? Hang on, does that say 5 or 6? I think that might be 6. I will take the speed again, just to be sure. We'll do it the old-fashioned way again. I'll put it there and click. So, yeah, it's definitely this. This is definitely what we're dealing with. We might as well start setting up the torpedo while we're at it. Let's hope we don't get another premature detonation. We'll put it on medium. Oh, we can't do that. Again, it's a type 2. So keep it on magnetic. Gotta keep it on this clock. That's half a minute. Alright, half a minute now. The draft for this thing is 7.8, so we'll say that's 8 meters. So we want to set the torpedo for 9, I think. Or maybe 9.2. So let's do that. We'll set this to 5 for now. Speed 5. We will set we'll leave that at 2000 for now. And what was it? It was, oh god, I'm always doing this, forgetting what I was dealing with. 7.8. 7.8, very important. So let's make sure we got the torpedo set for 9. So 7.8, 5, 6, 7. So it should be there, right? That's where the hole is. Let's set it to 9. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, we are definitely ready to launch now. We've definitely got the right target too. So I'm gonna double check everything here. We need a better angle on bow, first of all. That's very important. So let's just do that. That's fine. And that is now 65, I think. Yep, 65. Nope, hang on. Let's clean that up. Whoa. Finicky tools, often quite finicky tools. 60, not 65. Angle on bow is 60, maybe 62. So yeah, it was actually keeping that, was tracking that really well. So that's good. I think we do have a solution here. The range needs to go down a bit to about that. 1,300. Let's drop that scope a little bit. Double check the torpedoes. The torpedo, that is. I've got men in the compartments ready to go. So we've set it for 9 meters. Let's double check the draft on that thing. The draft is 7, close to 8. So we've set it for 9. We should be absolutely fine. Angle on bow is now 65, which is right. So I think we have a solution. We just got to wait for this gyro angle to come round. Let me just unlock that. Once the ship comes about here, we can fire. So let's just yeah, this is going to be good. It's going to work out quite well. We might actually fire a gyro angle about 5 actually. That's fine. It's not ideal, but it doesn't need to be ideal. We're using a magnetic anyway, so having a slight angle, shooting on a slight angle is actually beneficial because of course you've got more hull to shoot under. I mean, more chance of the pistol going off. So we'll probably fire at about 5 degrees, 5-6 degrees. It's coming around, and we'll probably aim. Yeah, we'll aim straight down midships just to be safe. I might actually lock on her and just make sure that it's all correct. Just to make sure it's all correct. So now 70. Let's lock onto her. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. I am pretty happy with that solution. I'm just being extra careful about it because I don't want to miss. Speed, 5, a little bit over 5. Range, we'll just pull that down just a little bit more. Angle on the bow is about right. It's about 75. Open tube 1. Aim straight down midships. Tube 1. Loss. I forgot to put a weapon officer in there. That's the only thing I forgot to do, but that's okay. We didn't get the German guy shouting at me about how much he loves his torpedoes and that they're on their way to their target, as they do. But that's okay. We'll put one in there now. Why not? Where am I going? Here we go. There you are. That's where you want it to be, right? Much better. So that's on its way to its target. Everyone's prepared. What am I looking for? Let's have a look at this here. Just see if this torpedo is running straight and true, and it does appear to be. Let's do a bit of time compression. This video is getting quite long. And I'm a little bit worried that that might be a little ahead. Or maybe not. No, that's perfect. Almost perfect. Almost perfect. Let's have a look in here. We should be getting a detonation now. There we go. Did that explode prematurely? Or did we just not get the weapon officer telling us? I can't tell. I honestly cannot tell. Did we get it? Well, something went boom at about the time we needed it to. Let's go and have a look. I think that was a hit. Yep, that was a hit, all right. That was a hit. But because I was screwing around with the weapon officer, I think it just didn't register as a impact. We didn't get the message torpedo impact. I hope we still get the kill. But she's quite heavily armed. Whoops. That's going up. Let's use page up. She is quite heavily armed. Let's actually leave that scope down for a little bit. And I'll change course quickly. Let's get some speed going. Put us up to head standard for now. Just until we turn around. I'd like to shadow Earth as long as I can. And let's get this scope back up. I think we got it. Because I saw wreckage on the water there. No smoke though. Yeah, there. Look, see? Definitely. Wreckage. So we definitely did some damage to her. Whether or not she'll go down is another question entirely. She is definitely British. So we'll track her for a little while, and if we have to, we'll surface to use the deck gun. But you know the drill. We just keep them in line of sight, keep an eye on her, and we'll see if she goes down. Okay, well, she's a little bit lower in the water, but quite honestly, I don't think she's going to go down at all. She seems to have shrugged that off without too much damage. So maybe I set the torpedo too deep and it didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. But either way, we're going to risk the lives of everyone on board at this point, and we're going to surface the boat. And we're going to get ready for battle. We're going to finish this off with a deck gun. Because I don't see any reason why we should let a damaged ship go when we have deck gun ready to use. Let's speed up a little bit. Let's man the deck and flak guns, please. Excellent. And they're firing without orders, but that's okay, so I was just about to order it anyway. Yeah, they've got a lock on us, and they're just using a light caliber weapon. So we should be absolutely fine. Keep firing. That looks like a Bofors gun, although I don't like how close they're getting. Keep your heads down, men. Keep firing. Best shot. Yeah, see, that's not ideal. They can fire at us, and we've got a very small target at this point. Although, we might be able to get the gun now. Why don't you aim for the gun? There we go. Aim for the gun, please.
Auf Bewaffnung zielen!
Feuer konzentrieren! Schaltet die Artillerie aus!
I think a couple more.
Feuert mit allem, was ihr habt! Wir erwidern das Feuer!
Yes, good shot. That's what I'm talking about. That was not a good shot. Okay, they're getting too close. I think I might have to go to periscope depth soon. I'm going to take over just for a little bit. I don't know what range it is though. So actually we'll just let them keep going. I'm only endangering the crew by doing it myself. This is getting rather tedious, and I think it will go down on its own now, to be honest. It's a hit. Yeah, it's getting too choppy to use the deck gun. Fire a couple more rounds into the hull, and then, no, hull, a water line will do. And then we're going to go down. Ooh, good shot. Yep, we got it. We got the gun. It's down. So they did a thing. Well done, men. Now it's just a matter of finishing her off. Well, that's the end of that. had to pick up a bit of speed to catch up with her, and once we got underway, we got a little bit less waves up on the deck, so I was able to man the gun again, just get a couple more shells into her, and that has definitely done the trick. Look at that, her cargo's blowing off, her stack's blowing off, everything's blowing off. That's how it's done. Well, well, well. Yep, so she's going to go down, and we can stand down from battle stations. Let's have a look here. Let's get men back on the bridge and off the gun, because they'll drown if they stay there any longer. And you can go in here, and I guess we'll go up and watch this thing sink. Let's have a look. Yeah, she's going to go down, and no worries whatsoever. Well done, men. That's our last kill for the patrol. We got to get out of here muy pronto before the RAF comes and finds us. Well, after that little encounter, we sent off a message just to let them know we got one more ship, and of course they've told us that we can definitely return to base now. So that's fantastic. Now, you probably won't hear from me again until we get back into port. The plan is to be a little bit clever about this. We're going to hug along the coast of Spain and Portugal here, because these are neutral countries, so we might be a little bit less likely to get hit by something, and then we're going to make a beeline up to St. Nazaire. So that's the course we're going to follow, just so you can see that. And unless we have any trouble from Allied aircraft, we should be fine, and I'll see you in St. Nazaire. This turned out to be a pretty successful patrol. I'm actually quite happy with it. So I'll see you soon. Okay, we're back and we're in one piece. We got a little bit of hull damage from that air attack that we had that one episode, but otherwise we didn't have too much trouble from the British. It was a bit of a walk in the park, really. We got 7 ships for a total of 37,000 tons, which is definitely nothing to sneeze at. That's not too bad at all. And yeah, we got renown, 1,000 renown, and I was awarded the Iron Cross Second Class and a U-boat badge. The crew have also been awarded medals. And here is the proof of what we sunk. We left on July 10th and got back on, I think it was the 30th. Where are we? Hang on. Let's go back a minute here. Yes, it was the 30th. 30th of the 7th, 1941. So not bad at all. We got 7 merchant ships there. It's all written down. That's a nice sight for me. I'm quite happy with that result, and I think I'm definitely psyched up for the next patrol. Things are going to get harder, of course, as the war goes on. But that was very relaxing, actually. Not too hard at all. So I hope you've enjoyed this this series thus far, and I hope you tune in for the next episode. We'll be starting Patrol 4. This has been KairoS, and thank you all for viewing. See you in the next episode.